where you are and where you want to go, those starting points, usually there's a very clear sequence on how you'd want to proceed at that point. Welcome to the Retire on Time Q&A podcast. My name is Michael Decker here with David Franson. This show's all about getting into the nitty-gritty, not that oversimplified advice you've heard hundreds of times. As always, text your questions to 913-363-1234 and we will feature them on the show. Just remember, this is a show. It's not financial advice. Keep doing your research. David, what do we got today?
Hey, Mike, I'm looking to buy my retirement house first and then eventually sell my current house. How do you line this all up?
That's a tricky one because you're buying something that you may or may not be able to afford unless you have, $100,000 or, $1 million in cash or 500,000, whatever this house is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The process is tricky because it also can trigger other unintended consequences. So if you have too large of a taxable situation, you took too much out of your IRA to help pay for the down payment of the house and so on, you also can trigger IRMA. So let's
Right.
just talk a couple of scenarios here, just a couple of brainstorming ideas for you to walk through, okay?
Okay.
So, first one is if you know you want the house and you know you can sell your house, having a mortgage on the new house for a couple of months, I don't think is that big of a deal. You want to have the least amount, like just put them enough money down, cash, maybe 20% if possible. I think you could do 5% now for conventional loans, or it's crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
um, you're going to pay a mortgage, you're going to pay a fee. But if it's for a couple of months, and then when you sell your house, you can pay off your mortgage or most of it and then refinance it, that's not that bad of a deal. What you don't want to do is you don't want to say, well, I don't do debt. So I'm going to take 100, well, not 100,000, $1 million out of my IRA to buy it because when you sell your house, that money's not going back to your IRA. I mean, I guess technically you might be able to swing the 60-day rollover, but if it's 60 days, why wouldn't you just wait
Right.
and just sell your house and then buy this house?
Yeah.
So these things, like we just forget about the unintended consequences. Okay. Um, if you do need, this is kind of a example A, subset B.
Okay.
That sounds so
Getting technical here. Bullet
yeah,
points, sub
yeah.
bullet points. Yeah.
Reading too much tax code.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you're selling your house, you want to buy a new one, and you just need cash on hand to make the down payment,
Mm-hmm.
and all you have is your IRA assets. That's okay. Do it. And if you're 65 or older, or you're entering retirement, maybe you still want to work a couple more years, but it's going to affect your IRMA. Write a letter to the Medicare administration or Social Security, really. It's form SSA dot dash 44, and just say you're transitioning to retirement and just write a letter explaining what's going on. Just say our current house is not suitable for retirement. We're trying to transition to a new house for retirement. This happened. It's not going to happen again. I think there's a reasonable chance that your IRMA won't have to go up. You can protest it. And as long as you're honest to what's going on, you should be fine.
Mm.
I mean, I can't speak for the government,
Sure.
but that's just one way of as you're going into a new house, if something were to trigger, that would happen. And if a year or two before you retire that you were to buy a house or have just put SS SSA dash 44 and just know that if when you retire, you let them know you retired, they can drop your IRMA immediately.
Mm.
It's a little known secret that a lot of people don't realize exists. I shouldn't say it's a secret. It's a public document from
Yeah.
our government,
Yeah.
but people don't know to ask for it.
Right.
So that's one of them. Now, the other one that I think is interesting is when people want to move to a different city. Many times they'll sell their house and then just buy a house, and then they're like, "Ah, I really don't know if I should have bought the house here," and they kind of regret it, and then they end up selling that house and they buy a new house a year later. I mean, if you think about it, and this is a gross oversimplification, which I don't love
Mm.
doing, but if you sell your house and put the money in, like, I don't know, a high yield savings account, yeah, you're going to pay income tax on the gains and or on the growth, and that's kind of a hassle, right? But it might be the same as rent.
Oh,
And
right.
you could just go rent a condo or a townhome or something and really get to know the area And do you want to live in that area or do you not want to live in that area?
Yeah.
Is that the right neighborhood? Does it, because in theory, we think it's going to be one way, and then reality sets in and it's totally different.
Mm.
Okay. Um, if you're moving to live near family
Mm-hmm.
and that's not well received by your family, you are going to regret wanting to move there because now it's awkward when you move away. It's almost worse
Like if
because
you move there and realize it wasn't working and then you leave.
let's say you've got family in, I'm from Washington, so I'll just say Washington.
Okay.
Okay. And you moved up to be near them in Washington State. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Things are great, but now you're spending too much time together and your opinions are clashing and you're still see them as your child and maybe they're doing things differently now, or you're not getting enough attention, or they're getting too much attention and they can't live, or just politics sets in, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you've moved up there, which cost you a lot of money to pack up all your things and move, and closing costs and all of that. And now you're like,
Mm.
we're actually creating a rift in the family relationship. You need to make sure that the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Mm.
This is kind of well, I don't know if this is applicable or not, but it's greener on the other side because it's just covered in pea and manure, right? It stinks.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's greener. You ever heard that
No.
follow up?
No, I haven't, but I makes sense.
Yeah. So sometimes it's actually more cost efficient and more suitable from a relationship standpoint just to stay where you are and occasionally have planned trips.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes sense to move for healthcare support, for tax reasons, for what there are plenty of reasons why you'd want to move.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of reasons why you might want not want to move, but renting for a year or two is not a bad idea.
Mm.
Really isn't.
Right.
And because you've got the cash on hand, you can buy another house. Don't invest the cash in the stock market if you're going to buy a house in the near future, because that's a really crappy situation. Can you imagine? You take $1 million from your house that you just sold, right? Um, you paid 600,000 for the house, 400,000 in gains, so you get the housing exemption because you're a couple. So you put $1 million in the stock market. Yeah, we'll buy a house in 2 years, and the market always goes up.
Right.
It
Right.
doesn't always go up,
Yeah.
and then you're renting for a little bit, and the market's tanked 40%,
Oh,
and now you're at what? Your buying power just shrunk
yeah.
almost by half.
Right.
So you're gonna keep renting now,
Yeah.
like so. Yeah, short term large purchases. Don't flirt with the market.
Mm.
Not worth it. Okay.
Unless you have a crystal ball,
Yeah. Yeah.
then I mean
Yeah.
those are hard to come by. But
Those are hard to come by. Ours
yeah.
isn't working, but hopefully this is a nice. Think of it not just of buying and transactions. Think of it as um, a plan that affects your income, your taxes, your relationships, and your healthcare, and so on.
Yeah.
And then what is the proper sequence for your specific situation? What are your goals?
Mm-hmm.
That sequence, where you are and where you want to go, those starting points, usually there's a very clear sequence on how you'd want to proceed at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of my big takeaways here from this conversation is the unintended. Well, I'm going to use all my pre-tax IRA funds to fund my down payment, and then suddenly I have that's all taxed once you take it out of your IRA, right?
It's taxes income, it triggers IRMA, all sorts of
Big
problems.
avalanche of potential problems.
Yeah.
Oh, beware of that.
Not worth it.
No.
Usually not worth it.
Yeah.
Very few times. Well, I'll even say this. We had a client who got divorced, okay? Was living in an apartment, wanted a house. All of his money was in his IRA. So we just structured basically a way that he got a reasonable mortgage. We got the down payment on the first year, and then that following years we just did a structured payout from a certain product that just paid it. So we spread his tax bill over, I think it was 5 to 10 years or so, but we
Mm.
paid off the house much faster than the mortgage was.
Mm.
So it became a good deal. And because we lowered the tax burden and coordinated it with the payments and his income, it actually worked out fine.
Mm.
But it wasn't one lump sum, which is what he intended to do before he came and saw us.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
said, hold on, pump the brakes here.
Yeah.
Let's do it this way.
Yeah.
You don't want to be paying that high tax bracket if you don't have to.
Right.
So that's all the time we got for this question. If you enjoyed the question or enjoy the show, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all of that. RetireOnTime.com if you want to catch our live webinars or workshops where I actually build plans live and answer your questions along the way. Buy the book, the workbook, and so much more. Use our calculators. All of that's available at RetireOnTime.com. If you want help with your retirement plan, you can also click the button that says Talk to a Planner to get started. From all of us here at Kedrick Wealth, we want to thank you for spending your time, your most precious asset with us today. We'll see you in the next show.